Hi, my name is Erin Garrett. I am a nurse practitioner with over 12 years of experience with holistic health. I'm also a volunteer for the Oasis Aging Mastery Program, and I have the privilege of sharing information on the topic of sleep with the Aging Mastery Program. And given these unprecedented times that we're currently living in, our lives have been completely transformed. Our routines in upheaval, our dining rooms are now in our new offices, our classrooms are now in our living rooms. And all of these factors, plus many more, can have a profound effect on our sleeping. Now, sleep is just important as the air that we breathe and the food that we eat. And the reason it's so imperative to us is because when we sleep, we're giving the body the prime opportunity to repair and heal itself. It's recommended that adults obtain around 7.5 to 9 hours of good sleep so that the body can optimally heal itself. There's so many factors that can impede proper sleep, and given the stressful state of the world, I contend that one of the most pertinent factors right now is stress. Whether it's physical or psychological, our bodies release a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is the fuel for our fight or fight response, and it gives the body an extra boost to handle situations. But if the body is perceiving that stressful situation continually, that boost of cortisol is being persistently circulated in our blood. And unfortunately, we're not able to usher in a nice, restful, restorative state. Also, when there's an increase in cortisol, there's a decrease in our sleep hormone melatonin, which brings me to my next factor that can adversely affect our sleep, and that is light. The correlation between light and melatonin. Let me explain it. The perception of light through our eyes directly affects the release of melatonin. So in the morning, when the sun is rising, our eyes perceive that light and melatonin release is stopped. But as the sun sets, our eyes perceive that darkness, and it signals to our brain that it is time to usher in a more relaxed state, prepare for bed. Melatonin, you are released. Many don't consider, though, the light that we're exposing ourselves to after the sun sets, specifically the blue light. From the television, from the iPhones, from the electronic devices. You see, light is light to the eyes and to the brain, whether it's natural or artificial. Therefore, when we utilize those devices near bedtime, it confounds the brain and it stops the release of that melatonin. Therefore, when we have those lights, that blue light coming into our eyes, we're not having that release of melatonin, and therefore we can't go into those deeper states of sleep. Also, another thing that could be affecting our sleep patterns is medications, such as a blood pressure medication, metoprolol, all the way down to over-the-counter medications such as glucosamine and chondroitin. Also, when we exercise, that helps us. But given our current state right now, exercise can be hard for some. But when we do exercise, endorphins are released, which is our feel-good chemicals, our feel-good hormones. And when we usher in those feel-good hormones, it's easier for our bodies to go into a restful state. So what do we do about this? Number one, stop the blue light at least 1 to 2 hours before sleep. Number two, create a bedtime routine. Maybe that's reading, journaling, meditating, having a cup of tea. But whatever it is that you choose, it's your body and your brain's cue that sleep is coming. Number three is exercise. Consider 30 minutes a day. That will help to release those endorphins to usher in a nice, strong, restful slumber. Try those things, and unfortunately, they're still not working. It might be a consideration to get with your primary care provider so that you can come up with a collaborative agreement on how to address your individualized sleep challenges. But before you do, I strongly encourage, consider a sleep journal. A sleep journal will document what time you're going to sleep, how many hours you're sleeping. Are you getting up in the middle of the night? Are you having to take anything right now over the counter to help you start sleeping? These are the types of things that you want to have ready for your primary care provider to show them, these are the things that I'm doing. This is exactly how my sleep regimen is. Please help me collaborate. It may be the case that you guys come up with an over-the-counter regimen that may include valerian root, which is an herb that helps to kind of usher in sleep, or magnesium, which is a nice, strong relaxant, relaxing the brains and the muscles. It might be the case that you initiate some essential oils, such as lavender, or maybe even over-the-counter melatonin. It might be the case, though, that your primary provider believes that you need something stronger. So he might give you prescriptions for a trazodone or for a Lunesta or Ambien. But whatever the case is, our sleep is invaluable. It really helps our minds and our bodies to function optimally. So I really encourage you to be proactive about making sure that you're obtaining the proper sleep for not only for yourself, but for your family, for our community. And I just want to thank you right now for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the Aging Mastery Program.